Hilary Duff has opened up in a deeply personal way about the profound loneliness she experiences due to her ongoing estrangement from her older sister, Haylie Duff. In a candid conversation, she drew a striking parallel between this family rift and the emotional aftermath of her divorce from ex-husband Mike Comrie back in 2015. The comparison highlights just how devastating and isolating the situation feels for her, as both experiences involved private pain that eventually became public, forcing her to relive the hurt repeatedly. The singer and actress specifically addressed her song titled, "We Don't Talk," confirming that it is directly inspired by and about her relationship with Haylie. She explained the internal struggle she faced when deciding whether to include such a raw, vulnerable track on her record. Hilary described this estrangement as the most lonely chapter of her entire life, a sentiment that carried significant weight given her long history in the spotlight. She admitted to wrestling with the choice: should she expose this deeply private wound to the world or keep it hidden? Ultimately, she chose openness, but not without hesitation and emotional cost. Hilary reflected on how her life has been under public scrutiny since childhood. Fans and the media have followed her journey closely, knowing the key people in her story, family members, partners, and friends, as if they were characters in an ongoing drama. This familiarity made sharing the song both necessary and terrifying. She emphasized that the lyrics came straight from the heart, born out of genuine pain rather than any desire for attention or spectacle. For her, being honest about this theme was crucial, even if it meant inviting more speculation and commentary into her already complicated world. The divorce from Mike Comrie provides a poignant backdrop to her feelings. The couple married in 2010 and welcomed their son Luca, who is now a teenager. Their separation in 2014 and eventual finalization in 2015 marked a major turning point, one that Hilary handled with as much privacy as possible at the time. Yet, when details inevitably surfaced, it reopened old wounds. She sees clear similarities in how the estrangement from Haylie has unfolded, kept quiet for years, then thrust into the open through her music, requiring her to confront the grief anew. Since that divorce, Hilary has built a new family life. She married musician Matthew Coma in 2017, and together they have 3 daughters: Banks, who is around 7 years old, May about 4, and the youngest, Towns, who is still a toddler. This blended, bustling household stands in contrast to the isolation she feels regarding her sibling relationship, underscoring the selective nature of her loneliness, surrounded by love in one area of life, yet profoundly alone in another. Hilary also expressed frustration with the fan theories and overinterpretations that have followed the release of her music. During a recent concert in London, some audience members seized on a minor detail: the color of a sofa on stage. They connected it to a piece of furniture in Haylie's home, spinning elaborate narratives about hidden messages and subtle digs. Hilary dismissed these ideas outright, calling them absurd and untrue. She stressed that she simply doesn't have the energy or time to craft such cryptic clues. With a full, demanding life, raising 4 children, maintaining a career in music and acting, and navigating personal growth, she views the song as a straightforward expression of her truth, nothing more elaborate. In other recent discussions, Hilary has delved further into her family dynamics, describing them as complicated, in ways that many people can relate to. She noted that family members occupy an outsized space in one's emotional world simply because of birth and shared history. However, she pointed out a harsh reality: being born into a family doesn't guarantee it will remain intact forever. People change, circumstances shift, and sometimes relationships fracture irreparably. She can only manage her own actions and responses, what she called controlling your side and your street, and must accept the limits of that control. This complexity extends beyond her sister to her parents' long-divorced relationship between her father, Bob, and mother, Susan. Hilary acknowledged that such parental tensions have shaped her life in lasting ways, contributing to the overall intricacy of her upbringing and adult relationships. She recognizes that family rifts, while painful, are far from uncommon. What prompted her to speak now, after years of relative silence on the matter, was a sense of readiness. She felt prepared to articulate these experiences through her art, perhaps as a form of healing or simply as an act of authenticity. The sisters once shared a close bond, collaborating on music projects, films like Material Girls, and appearing together frequently in public. Those days seem distant now, as they haven't been photographed side by side since around 2019, and their social media interactions have dried up entirely. Haylie, who is a few years older, has made occasional headlines in recent times, including showing support for actress Ashley Tisdale during a public discussion about a so-called toxic mom group that reportedly included Hilary. This incident fueled speculation about underlying tensions between the siblings, though neither has ever explicitly detailed the root cause of their fallout.